Hey guys, today we're going to be drawing the Penrose triangle, also known as the Impossible Triangle, which basically is a famous optical illusion depicting a 3D object that appears solid but can't actually exist in real life. So grab your iPad, your Apple Pencil, and Procreate, and let's start drawing. I'm Marina, and I'm the hands behind Draw with Marina. I'm using an iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil and the Procreate app. If you're new to Procreate, I suggest that you watch my other tutorial, Procreate Tips and Tricks, because as I draw, I'll be using these shortcut actions. I will link that video below. So I'm going to be using this as my reference. And the first thing we want to do is enable our drawing guide. So let's go into our settings, canvas, and just click drawing guide, then hit edit drawing guide. And we want to change this from 2D to isometric. And if I zoom in real close, you can see that the grid doesn't really form or go along the same lines. And to fix that, just click on this green dot here, and then we're gonna rotate it until that grid lines up exactly. So kind of like that. And then once you're done, hit the check mark. So let's create a new layer and get a monoline brush. And then from here, we can start drawing. So I'm just gonna draw a straight line from one point down to maybe about here. Now, if you don't let go of your Apple Pencil, your line will be really straight. And then next, we're gonna draw another line down here. All right, next I'm gonna go up here and make a straight line, and then go down again. So we basically just drew the outer perimeter. And then now we're just going to be filling in the inside. So from here, we're going to draw a line like that. And then ending it right there. Now I'm kind of just doing the math in my head. It does pay to have a little bit of OCD, but I think it would be kind of difficult to draw without a grid. However, my 9-year-old son has been able to do so. So if you do this lots of times with lots of practice, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get the hang of it. And then next, let's do a line up here and then go down. And then 2 more lines to go, one here and one here. So now comes the really fun part, which is the shading. So I'm going to get rid of my reference drawing. Okay, let's get rid of the drawing guide for now. Now it's very important that we establish where our light source is. So let's say our light source is coming from up over here on the left. So just pretend the sun is shining down. All of your shadows are going to be over on this side and underneath. So the easiest way to do this, let's duplicate this triangle, and then I'm going to turn off the first one. So now I'm just left with one. We're going to grab our eraser, make sure it's set at a monoline. And I only want to color this little backwards L. So I'm going to erase everything outside of that. And then we can just color drop that. All right, so let's turn that off and then turn that back on. And then we're gonna duplicate this again. And this time, we're gonna erase the other part. So I'm gonna be doing this part right there. I hope this is making sense. And then again, color drop that. Let's turn that off and duplicate the triangle again. And this time we're going to do the bottom part. And then color drop that. All right, let's click them all on. And this is going to be hard to see, so I'm going to enable my original triangle. I'm going to bring it back up to the top. And what I'm going to do is enable alpha lock. So let's click on that layer, hit alpha lock, and now it just isolates everything I've drawn on here so I can change the color. So I'm just going to change that to a pink just to see what I'm doing. So again, the pink is just a guide. So we also have to enable alpha lock on all of these so that when we color them, nothing we color will go outside of those lines. So I'm back on this shape right here. I'm gonna grab my white soft airbrush, and remembering that our light source is up here, I'm just gonna lightly color some white in here just to give a little bit of highlight. So because our alpha lock is on, anything I'm coloring isn't gonna be going outside of those lines. So I can disable these two just so you get an idea of what I'm doing. Now remember, because this little corner here is hidden, it's gonna have a darker shadow. Then I'm gonna grab my blending brush, also making sure it's set onto a soft brush. I'm gonna blend these colors a little bit more. Next, let's do this one over here. And the light source is probably gonna be impacting a lot on this side, except for this little part right here, because that's kind of going behind that other piece. And then take your blending brush and just blend that together. The last piece is this one here, and that's kind of all in the shadow, but we're gonna put a few highlights just so that there is some contrast. Okay, so let's turn off our pink and turn these all on. So how cool does that look? You can certainly play around more with the shading. You can even just leave it like this with the way I had it with all black. You can change the colors as well. So let's say I do want to change this color. I'm gonna go into my adjustments tool, go into hue, saturation, brightness, and then go into color balance. And I can just adjust some of the colors. Let's say I wanted to do a pink. So we're gonna kind of carry those same colors onto the next. All right, another thing we can do also is make it look like it's floating in space. So just swipe right on all of the layers you want to group, and then just hit group at the top right. So that puts it into one group. And then I'm going to duplicate that layer. So now you see I have a duplicate of that group, and with one of them, I'm just going to flatten it. So click on that group and hit flatten. So this is going to be my shadow layer. So with that, I'm going to go into my arrow tool and then go to distort. And then we're going to bring it down like this, kind of to make it look like a 3D shadow. And then I'm going to move that down like that. Next, we're going to go into our hue, saturation, and make that all black. So let's go back into that layer, and we want to make sure we take the alpha lock off. Now we're going to blur it by going back into the adjustments, going into Gaussian blur. I'm going to put my Apple Pencil up here, and then you can see a blue bar kind of moving over, which signifies how much percentage your blur is. So I'm just going to do, I'm at 6%. I'm going to go into that layer, hit the N, and I'm going to change the opacity to go to probably about, okay, maybe 40%. And then just kind of move that just to make it look like it's floating. So there you go, guys. There is the final drawing of the Penrose Impossible Triangle. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll see you next time.
For more drawing tutorials and gadget reviews, be sure to subscribe to Draw with Marina.